Welcome back to episode 7, midweek release of the Midwest Whitetail Regional Show. Have a ton going on from this past weekend and the cold front last week, so we're actually going to be doing 3 shows this week. Today's show is going to feature 4 awesome encounters from Tennessee, Iowa, and New York. So awesome stuff. Everything's over green sources. You know, one of the best ways to get deer in bow range this time of year is green sources. Bucks are on an extreme bed to feed pattern, and if you have food tight to bedding, you can put yourself in a really good situation these early October hunts. The other thing that I noticed is the red oak acorns, as you can see right here, are really starting to fall right now. So white oaks are kind of finishing off. Some spots you'll still have them and they'll be preferred. But if you're hunting large timber tracts, find these red oaks and you'll probably find some deer. And then tomorrow's show is gonna have some of the same, but slightly different hunting strategies and different areas of the country. So I'll dive a little bit more on that on tomorrow's episode. And then this weekend, Kane Gillette and his boys shot his first buck. That's gonna be one that comes out Saturday or Sunday. Really excited to share that one with you guys. I know you guys are gonna enjoy it. And last note before we hit the episode, the second In Your Neck of the Woods segment is going to be tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. I hope you guys enjoy.
Welcome to Tennessee. Today is Sunday, October the 5th, and it is the second weekend of Tennessee season, and this is the first time I've got to get out this year, and I am sweating like I don't know what, but we're sitting over a green field here. The reason we're in here today, there's been a 8-pointer come through here 3 evenings this week, and I'm not sure what deer it is, or even if I do have history with him, and I can't tell if he's a 3-year-old or a 4-year-old. I'm kind of hoping that, you know, he'll keep doing what he's been doing and come out here and eat on some of this wheat a little bit and give us a good look. But this is just kind of one of those times that there's a buck on a pattern. Even though it's hot, we're trying to take advantage of it. My main deer that I am hunting this year is on a different farm, and he got his name Moose last year because he was heavily palmated. He was a real good looking deer last year, but I'm pretty sure he was only 3. This year he didn't blow as much as I would have hoped. He either broke off or shed his right side really early last year. I think it was about December 15th or 16th or something. And I'm wondering if that's one reason that he didn't blow up like he should, if he was trying to nurse an injury or something. He's still a real good deer. It's about 4:30 right now. Feel great to be back in a tree for the 2025 season though. Fingers crossed we have some activity. Well, I had to wait for all the deer to walk off before we could pack up and get out of there, and got out as stealthy as we possibly could. There were still a few does and fawns in the food plot whenever. But that's the buck that I went out there to see, and he's a little bit better than I thought he was. I was on the fence for most of the night watching him, but the more I watched him, I believe he's a 4-year-old deer. I was gonna take a shot at him if he gave me the opportunity, but he stayed out there at 50 yards for most of the night. Right there at last light, he finally started coming in to me. We just let him go, live to fight another day. All in all, good first sit, but y'all stay tuned, see how this season goes for us here in Tennessee. Thanks for watching, and good luck to everybody out there. Alrighty, well, I made a last minute decision while I was at work today that I was going to get off work, run home, jump in the shower, pack up my stuff, and head down here and try to get some hours in the stand with this cold front. It definitely feels a lot more like deer season now. We're on the farm I call the cell tower farm for obvious reasons, because there's a cell tower. But it's just a hay field, and then it goes into this big ditch behind me, and it's surrounded by timber. There's no crops anywhere near. There's a lot of clover in this hay field that they like to come and eat. I've been hunting this farm since I was in high school, so 10 plus years. I've always had a tree stand in the same exact tree. I've never changed it up or anything. I talked to the landowner when I got here, and she said that she has seen a really big buck running around out here, but it's about 4:30 right now, so I'm gonna sit down and be quiet and enjoy this afternoon hunt.
Good evening. We made it back here to the Redneck Blind. This is our first hunt here this year. Josh and I came in after work, got off at 3:30, decided to ride the e-bike in, and got a northwest wind tonight. Had a front blow through yesterday. Brought some cooler temps. It was in the 90s, 85, 90 degrees the last week and a half. Yesterday it was in the 60s. Right now it's about 70. But that front moved through late last night, early this morning. Clear skies today, high pressure, so hopefully these deer get up on their feet. Last year, or just historically, this has been a good plot. Cooper has shot a couple bucks in here early muzzleloader season. We've had some really good encounters in here early muzzleloader season. And just seems like that first cold front, we get mature buck pictures on this plot. So kind of trying to be the camera tonight. Really looking forward to it. It's always possible that 8.5-year-old could be in here, but I don't expect him to. Just haven't got a lot of good intel on him yet, so not trying to push into his area too hard. And this plot don't have a lot of surveillance, so I want to come sit and see what's using it. That being said, it's, 5 o'clock now, and we're gonna settle in. Got till about 7:12, 7:10 tonight, and it should be fun. First sit of the year. Josh and I, see what happens.
cow, what a hunt that turned into be. I think I lost track of how many does came out. The first group come out really early, and they came out and fed, all the way up here to the dang near to my truck almost. As I kept watching those does feed back here towards my truck and the barn, they kind of all were looking back, acting funny, and I figured there was probably a buck coming or something. And sure enough, that buck stepped out, and boy was I surprised. I have pictures of that buck from this year. I also filmed that buck 2 years ago out of the same stand, and I'll say he looks a little more impressive in person than what the trail camera pictures show. So I'm gonna have to go home and go through all my pictures and try to study that deer a little bit more, but it was definitely it was nice to get eyes on him and get some footage of him from this year. And other than that, thanks for watching Midwest Whitetail. I hope you guys have a good season.
Alrighty, well, it is shooting time here. We're packing things up, but ended up being a cool night. It was a pile of does out there, and then right at the last light, we saw a pretty nice buck. I think I might know what buck it was from last year. I think he's a 4-year-old this year maybe, but we'll look at the footage again and see. But it was a fun night, fun evening. Thanks for coming, Josh. Anytime. And we'll see you guys back at the truck.
Hi guys, welcome to Midwest Whitetail. Phil and I are up here at the back 40 tonight. It's October 9th. We have a couple different bucks on this property. We have one I named last year. I named him Perseid because he was out prancing around all day during the Perseid meteor showers. He's an older deer. He actually went downhill a little bit this year. It's a beautiful day. We do finally have a cold front that moved through last night, so today's high was like 55, I think. So this is going to be the coldest that it gets for a while. There were a lot of deer in the plot last night though, so that will make it much trickier to try to get a shot at him. I think that at one point there was 12 deer out in this plot, so we'll see what happens. Just keep coming.
Here's a buck. It's one of those 8-pointers. I guess we could have just said
Nice house.
Who put that house there? Here comes another bug. Here he is right here. Percy. There he is. Ooh. You want to take him? You better make your mind up real quick.
Let's see if he'll stop. 2. And walk him. Well, he showed up. We ran out of daylight now, and we're being held hostage by 20 plus deer in the plot right now. So this food plot is planned with that monster buck. one plot ASAP, and they're just hammering it. Perseid came out and beelined straight past the blind. I'd like to get back after him sooner rather than later, but we'll see what Mother Nature has in store. Unless Phil's buck hits the cameras, and then I'll be right behind the camera filming him. So, yeah. I guess that's it for now, but thanks for watching Midwest Whitetail.